Good evening and welcome to our Elementary All-County Festival. Thank you so much for coming out tonight. It's such a pleasure to have you here. You are in for quite a treat. We have 3 wonderful groups for you. My name is Jocelyn Krause. I am the president of the Putnam County Music Educators Association. Just a few quick reminders. If you have a cell phone, please make sure it's on silent or off. We don't want any noises interrupting the performances. These kids in all 3 groups have worked super hard. I know it's only been one day here together, but they've done a lot of work before this. If you enjoy the performance, please make sure to thank your child's music teacher at school. They did a lot of work to prepare them for this. And feel free to reach out to the administrators at your school and let them know how awesome of an experience this was. Promoting music is always a good thing. So thank you for coming out, thank you for supporting music, and we appreciate that. One more housekeeping thing. Band is first, then chorus, then orchestra. We ask that you stay for all 3 groups. Each kid and each group deserves a full audience. It will not be that long of a concert. At the end of the concert, you will be able to meet your child in the gym, which is right next door here. And I think that's it. Now I'm going to introduce our band chairperson, Mr. Mike Tabasi.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Michael Taglasi, and I'm the band director at Mahopac Middle School. And I'm also the chair of the 5th and 6th grade all-county band here. These kids have done a tremendous job. This is an extremely long day. They've been going at it here since noon. We've asked a lot of them. And I do want to say thank you, kids, for your efforts today. I sincerely mean that. There's a lot of work that was put into this, so thank you all. I also have the pleasure of introducing our guest conductor, who is someone whom I respect tremendously. He was 16 years ago, we figured it out, that's the number, 16 years ago. But 16 years ago, he was my sponsor teacher when I was just graduating college and getting into music education. And he continues to inspire me today, to be honest with you, and I'm not trying to be all cheesy. You are just an awesome, awesome guy. And it was great to see him work again, and I know for me it was a treat. So I'd like to introduce, and it's my pleasure to introduce to you all, Michael Rudnicki, who is our guest conductor.
guys started talking, to take any credit for anything that happened on this page, or on the stage, you're sadly mistaken. These students came, I showed up, they played. They played beautiful. They played in tune. They were prepared. They were attentive. They were an absolute pleasure. So I would like to give all of these kids on stage a round of applause. It's a tough thing to show up in a couple hours and put together a show with students you've never seen before and a conductor that they've never seen before. They came along on this little journey and they suffered through my corny jokes and we had some fun. That last piece is a very, very mature piece for students this age and they did a magnificent job. I would also like to thank Mr. Tiglassi for inviting me here. This is the end of a career for me. Next year, I actually get to end teaching. So this is probably the first and only time I will get to work with an all-county group of this caliber. So thank you to all the teachers. Wow, you have got great, great educators in Putnam County. So, and they should be thanked too for this awesome job. Enjoy Cayuga Lake. Again, thank you, thank you, thank you. Support these kids. They're in the right place. Music is alive and well here, and you're going to hear that all night long. So thank you. You're a tremendous audience. And I would say I'll see you soon, but probably not. Thank you.